Hi Flosstube, this is Amanda from Pennington Terrace. This is a well overdue update on Flosstube. Today I'm just going to show you a couple of big finishes that I've had since the last time I made a video, and show you some projects that I'm currently working on and a few projects that I should be working on. So I'm currently in my children's toy room while they've ducked out with their dad to go to the grocery store, so I'll see how much I can fit in while they're away. And I thought I would start with the large awkward project, so let me see how I go in actually fitting this onto the camera. But I recently finished Modern Folk Embroideries 2021 Sal. So I chose my own three colours. The grey is 169, the dark grey is 3799, and the splash of purple is 915. Okay, I'll move backwards now and see if I can get the whole thing in one shot. Yeah, she's a big one. How did I go? I started that in January 2020 and finished it in August 2022. So it definitely took me longer than the 12 months. But that's because I currently have about 18 projects. My other huge finish recently was my mini Haid, Alexandra's Flight of Wonders by Josephine Wall, 18 count Ada 2/1. There she is there. Oh, get rid of this thread. I'll open my book now and show you what the statistics for this were. Just offhand of memory, she took me about 3 years to complete, so I wrote it in here. Yeah, I started her 8th of June 2019 and finished 4th of July 2022. So that was the mini. I also finished Areolas kit, Segura Pagoda. Now this is a trilogy. I was doing this with Test Stitches and Jay's X Stitch. I did give it a quick iron, but it's gotten crumbled on my walk here into this room. But all of the white blossoms there are beads. This was my working from home COVID piece. Yeah, I really love the colours in that one. That was probably my husband's favourite piece that I work on. So, okay, let me have a look at my whip list. My whip list is currently sitting at about 18. And when I went through them all today, I had the guilt because I should be working on more things rather than starting new things. So I'll get out an old favourite. This is Professor McCrum, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, 25 count, 1/1. I'll put a picture of him here so you can see what he should look like when he's finished. Here he is now. His moustache, pipe, one of his hands, started his gramophone, the birds coming along nicely, and I've just started that wallpaper. I'm doing that wallpaper half stitch or tent stitch with 2 threads. And that's where I'm up to with the Professor. I'll open up Pattern Keeper, so give you an idea of how far along he is at the moment. is sitting at here's the professor, 19.43%. 60, that equals 66,000 stitches, and he's a total of 344,000 stitches. So I started him in April 2020 to just give you an indication of how long he's taking to come along, but I find him to be pure comfort stitching. Okay, whip number 2, I've been working, here's the picture on the Santas from one of the cross-stitching magazines. He is here. He's a lot of confetti actually, and I haven't started any back stitch, but I'm just stitching him on a Rustico Ada. I will do the set of 4, I think, and gift them. So that's whip number 2. Whip number 3. What's this one called? Jane Hopkins, Hands Across the Sea sampler. Started 25th of September 2021, which means it's coming up to its birthday. I decided to stitch this on a charcoal linen. I'll put something behind it. Try again. There we go. I'll make sure I put a picture in here of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I'm really enjoying this on the dark fabric. I think it just makes the colours pop, as they say. But yeah, a little bit different on that darker fabric. Okay. How about I show you one of my more recent starts? I literally started this a couple of days ago, the 18th of September 2022. Probably didn't need a new start. But this is, it's a Russian bookshelf, and I will butcher the name, but I'll pop an image in here of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. But this is a brand new start for me on 18 count Ada using 2 threads. Give you an idea of what that's going to look like. All the background at the top there is half stitches, but holy colour change Batman. This has so many colours, so many blends. It's beautiful. I'm really enjoying stitching it. I'm disappointed that the PDF doesn't actually work in Pattern Keeper, but I'm just marking it off as I go on the tablet, so it's not too bad. Okay. Next up, I have a Gecko Rouge Coastal. Does it have the author on here? Roseanne Bell Coastal. This was a Mother's Day gift last year. I started it on 31st of December. So this must have been my New Year New Start. And 25 count, 1/1. Here's my start. Hopefully you can see that. It's not too washed out in the shade. Little splashes of yellow with the flowers there. So give you an idea of what that looks like. So just a meagre start. I don't know if you want the statistics on that. This one, 10 books. Pop that in here. And I'll make sure I do my number count of whips at the top for you, but I did count them as 18 in total. This fabric was hand dyed by JZek Stitch for me. And I've just started right in the centre in the middle. Hopefully you can see that. That's 2/1 on 25 count. That will be Anna Karenina at the bottom in the centre. But I won't be stitching the background. It's all tea and coffee dyed for me. is another favourite, unconventional X stitch. You'll Never Melt Again on Me, Bordeaux. Oh, look at that eye. I'll make sure I put an image here of what it's supposed to look like. I love stitching on this one as well. This, like the Professor, is just comfort stitching, 25 count, 1/1. Let me get my book and I'll read out the stats. Have a look here. Okay, Pattern Keeper, what have I done with this one? Okay. Oh, Adrian Bordeaux, isn't it? Okay, 10.46%. So it's going to be huge. That's 33,000 stitches with a total of 314,000 stitches. So started this 4th of May 2021. So that one's over a year old as well. Okay, insert here. This is Guinevere by Namui. Vintage Country Mocha, as we say in Australia. See if you can see the detail. I've been backstitching this one as I go. Her eyes and her lips are all 1/1 stitching and the rest is 2/2. Very regal. This is Fox and Rabbit, one of their sales, I think maybe 2017. It's their long one on a piece of Picture This Plus 36 count. That's the top band. When did I start this one? I'll have a look. Let me see. 26. I started this on the 28th of December 2020, so that would have been a holiday start for me. What's this one? Whimsical Alphabet Sale. Started on the 19th of June 2021. Each little fairy absolutely full of backstitch and sparkly thread. I'm up to E. And I missed the dates of this sale, so I had to go and purchase the next. It was a free sale, but you had to keep up with the sale for it to stay free, and life got in my way, unfortunately. This one is probably my most traditional sampler. I put a picture up here. This is the 1864 EF sampler. 12th of July 2021 I started, and I've just done the bottom 3 motifs. This is on a number 12 Stitch Co. Salted Caramel. Hopefully that fabric colour shows up. It's just a tan, a beautiful tan. That was the closest fabric I could find to the image. I really hope that's not being washed out for you. It's a bit of a rainy day here. Very, very old fashioned, old school, I would call this, but I do enjoy it whenever I pull it out. Whenever I consider getting rid of it, I always pick it up, put some stitches in it and love it again. This is my very, very pretty piece. I'm planning on gifting this at the end. This is Baskets by Rosewood Manor. Oh, I do have a picture here of this one. Here you are. Baskets, Rosewood Manor. I didn't use the Valdani threads, I did my own conversion. I'm doing this on a piece of 28 count Tyco, which I picked up from JK's. Everyone in Australia will know that store. There you are. I've been using this as my train piece when I'm commuting into work in the morning, so this is the piece that you get that little bit of instant gratification as soon as you've finished a motif. So I've substituted multiple colours where they've used variegated threads, and I'm really not unhappy with how that's turning out. So it's It's very pretty, very petite, backstitching that as I go. Paint-free craft sale 2022 Wind in the Willows. Started February 2022. I'm going to blame Kelly from Animal Instinct on this one. She showed me hers and loved it, so this is how much I've done. You can see that's going to be a huge rabbit. I'm doing mine on 32 count white Joblin, and this is so it's got half or quarter stitches in here in there. So I've done the badger's tummy. But because of the back stitching and the smaller stitches, I did it on a larger count, but she's huge. Nowhere in a million years am I keeping up with that sale. I'm not going to try. I'm going to stitch it as I typical Amanda way when I feel like it. So what have I got now? Here's a Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I'll insert a picture here. I'm doing mine on a piece of blue fabric. Picture this pass mist 32 count Lugana. So it's not as mottled as a typical hand dyed. It's a little bit more bland, but I don't mind for this piece. Oh, another big one. Here's where I will step back. I started this for Gail's birthday. She does have a Gail's birthday hashtag. Oop, there we go. Coming closer now for you to see. So I've completed 4 boxes. This one was my favourite with the lady on the ceiling. I haven't had to change many colours of that one to fit the blue fabric. It's actually worked out pretty well. But I started that 14th of July 2020. Bella Filipina, next one, Enchantress of the Abyss. I'm doing this on a Colour Cascades Lugana. I think it's Lugana. 22 count in the colourway Oceans. This is my fussy stitch. I am beading as I go. Don't ask me how I'm going to go moving the Q-snap, but there she is there. She's always so pretty when I pick her up. And she was my inspiration to use 915 in my Modern Folk embroidery sale. So because of the hair, I really enjoyed that purple colour. I think Mama Bear Stitchery has finished hers. If you want to see the finished piece. Second and last piece, I've got, this is my other traditional sampler, my more traditional sampler. This is Sarah Newman by Fox and Rabbit, started 22nd of May 2020. Oh, look at that big crease. I did iron it, I promise, before I started. But here you are. It's on linen. I think Silver Moon is the fabric. So I've done the big yellow house and I've started the funky flowers. And the little peacock down here is 1/1 stitching. All of the wording is 1/1 stitching. But I love the autumnal mustardy colours in this one. This is what it's supposed to look like. I'll just do it backwards this time, shall I? There you are. So I've just completed this part here. Okay, well, short and sweet video. I'll show you the last piece. This is a Nova Sloboda piece, and this is the Fault of Jay from Jay's X Stitch, but I love this. This reminds me of Bucharest. And I've started in the corner here. It's a paper-based chart, so they tend to get a little bit less love, but I've kept this one in the Q-snap because I'm doing this 1/1 on 25 count. I didn't use the Ada they supplied, so I'm hoping that's not washed out for you, but that's where it is. there you are, guys. That's my 20-minute short and sharp video. I have been here, I have been stitching. I've been busy, normal. But yeah, that's my update. Hopefully I'll catch you all guys soon, and I am watching you all on Flosstube and continuing to enjoy the updates. So see you next time. Bye.